If you sleep in that condition, you will wake up with much more light, with much more energy.
But at least, geologically, the whole land masses have been traveling. So one thing that could happen to you is you could have disturbed sleep. That every day you're sleeping, put your head to the north, you are asking for trouble.
Every life form experiences a certain upsurge of energies within themselves.
To get a good night's sleep, what direction must we sleep in? Is there a right direction and a wrong direction? While addressing a gathering, Sadhguru answers this question in a very simple manner. Let's take a look.
I have a question from our recent past, which is, why do our heads not face north when we're lying down? It's like the monkeys, it's been staying on my head.
So you accept the evolutionary process the way it is. So why shouldn't you put your head to the north? Suppose, there's a North Pole and a South Pole. This means these are the magnetic centers. And you also know the whole land masses, whole continents have been slowly being pulled towards the north. They've been traveling. You know this? But at least, geologically, the whole land masses have been traveling because the magnetic pull of the North Pole is slowly pulling all the land masses upward. So such a huge magnetic pull where the continents are moving up, that kind of magnetic pull is constantly in enforcement across the globe. Suppose you had a little bit of anemia. If you went to your doctor, what does he prescribe for you? So it seems to be like it's an important ingredient of your blood, yes? So if iron is floating around in your blood, and if I put a very powerful magnet to the top of your head, it is possible that slowly blood may start moving in that direction, isn't it? Let's say if it's a very, very powerful magnet, it may start slowly pulling it up because there is elements of iron in the blood. Your body is designed like this, that your heart, which is the pumping station of the circulatory system, is 3/4 of the way up, not halfway down, because it is difficult to pump against gravity, easier to pump towards gravity, so it's placed here. Generally, all the pipes that are flowing down are larger ones, what is going up are much finer ones. As it goes up here, they're almost hair-like. So minute that the circulatory system in your brain is such that if one extra drop enters there, hemorrhages will happen. People have strokes. So now you were like this, now you went like this. Already there is a little bit of imbalance in the system because heart was pumping, calculating the gravitational resistance. Now suddenly there's no gravitational resistance, you became like this, and now you put your head towards the north. Slowly, it gets pulled towards your brain. So one thing that could happen to you is you could have disturbed sleep. If you put your head to the north and sleep, you could have disturbed sleep, all kinds of dreams happening. If you are in your old age, it is possible that you can have a stroke or you could just die in your sleep. It's very much possible. Not that if you sleep one day you will fall dead. Every day, if your bed is arranged that way, that every day you're sleeping, put your head to the north, you are asking for trouble. Some kind of trouble, we do not know what kind of trouble you will get, that depends on the strength of your system. If it is weak, Very weak, you may fall dead, or you may get a stroke, or you may just get disturbed sleep, you may just have nightmares, or during the day you act funny. So many things will happen because excess circulation is happening in the brain when it should not be happening, simply because you put your head to the north. So in case you go to South America, then you should not put your head to the south. If you went to Australia, you should not put your head to the south. You can put it to the north, out there. In the northern hemisphere, you do not put your head to the north.
Is there an optimal direction for your head?
East is best. Northeast is okay. West is all right. South, if you must. North, no.
So, are you sleeping in the right direction? Time to make changes as the impacts can be damaging. During another talk, Sadhguru shares a few tips to be done regularly at home to enhance your sleep and obtain full rest. Make a note of these steps.
Just do this one simple exercise. If you do this, you will live a worthwhile life, believe me.
If you sleep in that condition, you will wake up with much more light, with much more energy.
You may be young, you may be old, it doesn't matter, you can fall dead right now. Yes or no? Before you go to bed, sit on your bed and think this is your deathbed. You have just 1 more minute to live. Just look back and see, what you have done today, is it worthwhile? Just do this one simple exercise. And you don't know when it really happens, whether you'll be sitting on your deathbed or lying in a hospital, all kinds of things sticking into you. Who knows how it'll happen, but enjoy this every day, that you will sit on your deathbed, look back and see, today, the way I've handled these 24 hours, is it worthwhile? Because now I'm dying. If you do this, you will live a worthwhile life, believe me.
So every day in the night, all of you should do this before you go to bed. Last 3 minutes, everything that you have gathered, the body, the content of the mind, things, don't ignore small things, these small things are big things. I've seen how people are carrying their own private pillow, you know, because it's very important. So, your pillow, your footwear, if you have relationships, everything that you have gathered, keep it aside, sleep. If you sleep in that condition, you will wake up with much more light, with much more energy, with much more possibilities than you have imagined possible. Just sleep as life, not as a man, not as a woman, not as this and that. Keep everything down, simply. See, this is getting too easy. Just sleeping sadhana. At least this you must do.
Let's start working on these easy steps and get the best sleep. Now, what if you were told to not sleep at all on one particular day? How does staying awake benefit you? Sadhguru answers these questions to give you more knowledge about this particular day. Have a look.
Mahashivratri is of both spiritual and scientific significance. Shivaratri means the 14th day of every month, that is 1 day before Amavasya or the no moon day. There are 12 to 13 Shivaratris in a year. Of all the Shivaratris, the Shivaratri that appears in the month of Magha during February-March is known as the Mahashivaratri or the Great Night of Shiva. In the northern hemisphere on this planet, on that day, there is a natural upsurge of energy within the human system. Every life form experiences a certain upsurge of energies within themselves. This upsurge of energies can be truly made use of only by those creatures who have their spine erect. Our fortune of being human is we are the only species here who have graduated to that level of an erect spine. If you look at the evolutionary development of various species, you will notice that moving from invertebrate to vertebrate is one significant step, and another significant step in the evolutionary process is a spine moving from horizontal positions to vertical position. The true development of the brain happened only after the spine became vertical. As on Mahashivratri night, there is a natural upsurge of energies, keeping the spine vertical throughout the night has immense benefits. It is of great benefit, particularly to those on the spiritual path, but this is also significant for people who are in family situations and also for the ambitious in the world. For those on the spiritual path, for the yogis, this is the day when Shiva transcended all the movement within himself and became utterly, absolutely still. On this day, his third eye opened and his perception blossomed. What we are saying is these two eyes are sense organs. They can show you the physical realities around you. But if you want to see the basis of this reality, if you want to see the subtler reality which is beyond the physicality of nature, if you want to know this, you need another dimension of perception. The dimension of perception, which is beyond the physical, is known as the third eye. So this is the day which facilitates your journey towards the opening of your third eye or a deeper dimension of perception within yourself.
Now you know the truth behind this information. It is best to avoid the negative aspects and follow the right steps for better sleep and greater tomorrow. Click on the videos shown to see more from us. What would you like to see in the next video? Share your sleeping direction and thoughts in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.